There's something inherently satisfying about a screen that looks like a page torn from a futuristic newspaper, sitting perfectly still while the rest of our digital world moves at 1,000,000 miles an hour. We are looking at a new piece of hardware that feels like it was designed specifically for those of us who are tired of glowing, power-hungry displays that die the second you unplug them. This little development board is finally here, and it is built around that brand new, high-performance microcontroller that everyone in the maker community has been talking about for months. This is not some concept art or a leaked prototype from a random forum thread. It is a tangible, powerful tool for creators who want to push the limits of what a tiny device can do. The main attraction is that small square of electronic paper. Unlike the liquid crystal screens on our phones or laptops, this technology uses almost zero power to maintain an image. You can flash a weather report, a stock ticker, or a personalized badge onto it, and that image will stay there even if you pull the power source out entirely. That is the kind of efficiency that makes portable projects actually viable for the long haul. You could build a desk clock that runs for months, or a remote sensor display that blends into your bookshelf without a single messy wire in sight. The brains of the operation represent a massive step up from the previous generation of silicon we have all been using for our hobby projects. It features upgraded internal cores that handle complex tasks with way more grace and speed than the older chips could ever manage. It even supports that new open source architecture that has the development world so excited right now. However, we have to be honest about the experience of actually using hardware from this specific company. They are known for making incredible physical boards, but their documentation can often feel like a chaotic puzzle. You might find yourself digging through half-translated guides and broken links just to get a simple demo running. It is a trade-off that many of us are willing to make for the hardware quality. But it is something to keep in mind if you are just starting out. Then there is the question of value. You have to decide if having the screen baked right onto the board is worth it compared to a modular setup where you plug a separate display into a standard tiny board. For me, the clean integration is a massive win. It removes the nightmare of jumper wires and flimsy connectors that usually plague these kinds of custom electronics. This board looks polished, professional, and ready for a permanent case right out of the box. We are still in the early stages of seeing what this new processor can really do in the wild. So I would suggest a bit of patience before you buy a dozen of them for a large-scale project. We need to see more real-world data on long-term stability and how the software support matures over the next few months. But the potential here is undeniable. This is the kind of hardware that makes you want to clear your schedule and start building something weird just because you can. It looks more futuristic and more intentional than half the smart gadgets you see in stores today. It is a sleek, low-power powerhouse that proves we do not always need more pixels or faster refresh rates to create something truly impressive and useful.